This is the Knights of Columbus Stadium in Elyria, where tonight the Panthers of Elyria Catholic will play host to the Fighting Irish of St. Vincent St. Mary.
Interesting game for us and for Elyria Catholic. We've met in the playoff, I think twice, played last year for the first time in the regular season, and we've had some great football games. I think it's going to be a tough game for us. It'll probably be a tough one for them. I just hope that we can play some good football and come out of here with a victory.
Tonight is certainly a game of tradition between two fine programs in the state of Ohio, each of which has won 3 state championships in the past. Our kids are looking forward to the challenge. It means to us this season in terms of playoff hopes. It means a lot to us as far as our reputation and as far as what we try to represent here at homecoming. We look for a great one. We look for a dogfight. We look for a typical Catholic high school football game, and we're counting on coming out of the game with a win.
That's what the skies looks like. The weather conditions are going to be very cloudy, and you can see them, and they're black coming out of the northwest. The field is in excellent condition considering some of the weather we've had around the greater Cleveland area so far today. Right below us, you're going to see them huddling. On your left is the green and white clad Panthers of Elyria Catholic under their first-year head coach, Bill Grooms. And across the way, play at St. Vincent St. Mary Fighting Irish under John CISTONE, his 22nd year. And you see the Notre Dame helmets. And they expecting bad weather. Kids are dressed for it. But an awful lot riding on this one, 2-2 into the playoffs. And so the St. Vincent St. Mary kicking off from the right side. Dark clouds are right over us now. Wind is really starting to gust. It's swirling all over. Throwing is going to be rather difficult. I think this is going to be primarily a running game or just short, flat passes. Getting ready to kick off for Elyria Catholic will be Phil Porter, number 28. You see him stretching his leg. The receive for St. Tune-up man at the 21-yard line. He crosses the 30, and he's brought down kind of hard. They're starting to hit off the lineups for St. Vincent St. Mary on offense. Their offensive backs have good size and experience, but have lost their star running back, Tony Rollins, who will be replaced by number 30, Peter Gorey. The St. V's offensive line averages 230 pounds, led by 2-year starters, number 74, Dave Case, and number 61, Dan Stetz. Twin backs. This is going to go to their... I think that's Chris Littler. No, number 38. That's going to be Rich Sparhawk. The senior, a 6 foot 205. Pickup of about 6. It'll be a 2nd and 4. Defensive sets for Elyria Catholic on the defensive line. Has an awful lot of experiences from the size. And we'll get to the defense of Elyria Catholic right after this play. Coming off that right side, they're getting some hold and some running room. This is Peter Gorey, number 30, or was that Sparhawk? There's a defensive front 5 for you. They have good size, and he averaged 237 pounds, but only nose guard number 49, Mike Brewer, was not a starter in '86. The linebackers are all seniors and play the run very, very well. Their secondary, both corners were starters last year. Number 18, Gip Hoagland. The free safety is the only junior, but he has 2 interceptions already this year. It's a first down for St. Vincent St. Mary. Trying to go off that right side again. Carrying out that option was Mark Lenz. Getting up very, very slowly is Chris Littler, number 6, a junior at 6 foot 195. He took a shot by Mike Brewer and Robin Kemp.
Like the thing to look for offensively for St. Vincent St. Mary is the unbalanced right or unbalanced left with the extra lineman. They'll go either way. They've done it in 2 running plays, 1 to each side, so they'll not favor either side of the field. They'll go right or left unbalanced.
Two running backs would be Gorey and Littler. And Gorey gets the call. And he's just driven back, makes that Sparhawk. I'm going to have to be a little slow in giving you the ball carriers from a distance. Those yellow numbers blend in with their white jerseys, and they use a lot of different running backs in different positions. Gorey, number 30, Littler, number 6, and 38, Rich Sparhawk, will be switching positions. Sparhawk now leads the lineup for St. Vincent St. Mary. It's going to be a 3rd and 5. And a first down, big hole opened up. Peter Gorey, number 30, the junior, brings him up to a first down. Oscar Abrigo, number 24, in on that stop.
Gorey, the tall back, now in the tailback position off to the right side. Polo guard you can see on the left side. Pete Gorey going through the hole, moving up and getting his first down, moving with that ball. They're using a lot of backs and a lot of wideouts with almost every play.
They spot the ball at the 44-yard line of Elyria Catholic. Matt Clevenger, number 81, is in as the split end. And power backs. This is Peter Gorey. And he is hit just as he hits the line of scrimmage. There's not very much running room for him. On that stop was Randy Castle along with Mike Martin, number 45, the Panther back. They will bring up a 2nd and 10 if you've just joined us. We've got 2.5 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Still no score. Kickoff taken by St. Vincent St. Mary. They started this drive on their own 33-yard line. And they're sitting on the 44-yard line of Elyria Catholic. And split to near side. And Lenz, and he still is on his feet, and he's going to pick up some yardage, still, and fights for a first down and gets it. What a great effort by Mark Lenz, the senior, number 18, 2-year starter, and he uses that 6'1", 195-pound body to advantage quickness
we talked
and
about
strength.
Mark being very strong, and he really is in the backfield now. You can see him coming around on the rollout. The pass isn't there. He's stopped, but he fights. There's no grasp in high school ball. Fights to the outside, moves. He has the speed to the outside. And only determined with the 2nd and 3rd effort. Watch this, going for the first down, throwing that ball out in front of him, almost lost it.
That was Abrigo on the stop, and Adam Reichert almost had Lenz for a loss, but he couldn't bring him down. This is Peter Gorey again on the carry. And he gets to about the 33-yard line where Castle and Martin, Mike Martin, number 45, and Randy Castle, number 71 on the stop. Randy Castle, 265 pounds. There's the rest of the Panther lineup. It'll be a 2nd and 9 for St. Vincent St. Mary. If I just revert to St. V's during the game, my apologies to the alumni of St. Vincent St. Mary. Lenz hands off the length to Littler. Littler goes straight up the middle. It gets inside the 30 to about the 27. It'll be a 3rd and let's call it a long 3.
St. Vincent St. Mary would be able to move that ball to the right side, up the middle, over to the left, and they went around end with the quarterback Lenz, so they've been attacking all the perimeters of the 5-2. Elyria Catholic going to have to settle down, do something there. They have to stop one of these thrusts.
5.5 minutes. This is ball control for St. Vincent St. Mary. And Lenz keeps it. Looks downfield, has got a man open, and touchdown, St. Vincent St. Mary. Finally, Gip Hogan brought him down, but a little late, as Chris Markowski, a senior, number 1, 6 foot, 185 pounds, pulls in his 3rd reception of the season. So with 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining on the clock, the Fighting Irish have scored. Trying the point after, Vince Labello. Holding will be Phil Lenz, the quarterback. It's up, and it's good. The score, 7-0, St. V's on top. Let's take a look at what Lenz can do with that very, very tricky win.
Key in this, of course, is Lenz coming out. Number 61 is the guard pulling. Stutz is going to do the blocking. Lenz is looking downfield. Wide open as Chris Markowski completed the pass. In for the touchdown, cheered on by the teammate coming into the side. Held so good, we'll look at it again, Mike. Again, it's Lenz connecting with Markowski on the play.
Good concentration. Hit his hands, bounced up, kept his eye on it, and brought it in. That's from our end zone camera. Kicking off for St. Vincent. We'll hand him the ball over to the young man who just got the extra point, Vince LaBello. He'll be wearing number 3. Deep men you're looking at are Gip Hoagland, Jim Klingshern, and Todd Wilbon. Number 42 at the far side was Wilbon, Klingshern in the middle, and Hoagland on the near side. He'll be wearing number 18. Klingshern will be wearing number 34. There's Vince LaBello. And now there's a penalty against Elyria.
Yeah, it was illegal participation. Too many men on the field.
Penalized on the kickoff.
So it come on the ensuing kickoff, not on the, it happened on the extra point, and it came off. And making that call, and there's the referee, Tom Kosowski, Marty Weinkup, Steve Manchuk, Joe Fry, and Jim Weisbarth working the ball game. The first penalty there going against Elyria Catholic.
And I would imagine LaBello can put it in the end zone from here.
And then some.
We earlier in practice and pregame, LaBello was kicking up 45 yards with the windows back, but he's got a leg. Soccer-style kicker, way into the end zone and out. And I think that went through the uprights. And now just slight drizzle starting to fall in this game. Let's take a look at the Elyria offense. The offense will rely primarily on their running game and will feature number 34, Jim Klingshern. The offensive line were all starters last year except for number 62, left tackle Jim Carmen, but they also will not. Let's get to the action. We'll get to the defense a little later. At the tailback, this is Jim Klingshern. Number 34 hits Tom Flynn, the man we featured in the game. Todd Wilbon, number 42 in the backfield at fullback, will be replacing Chris Yeager, who has been a starter, but he's out of the game. He will not play defense, nor will he play offense. He's a defensive end and also a fullback. So we're going to be seeing Klingshern at the up back. Todd Wilbon will be the fullback. This is Klingshern again. Picked up maybe 2 yards. And starting to rain a little harder. The fans getting out their rain gear and umbrellas. The defense for St. Vi's is a 4-man front, is good size, but number 75, Brett Lorius, and number 55, Eric Steets, will be going both ways. Linebackers are big, average 205 pounds, and only number 58, Steve Nagy, was not a starter in last year. And the secondary are effective and can handle the pass and the run. They fell down that last pass coverage. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. Kerdang, and close to a first down. Well, he was driven back, but they're going to spot it there. So it'll be bring up a 4th down, which means they'll have to punt. Breck Wilburn on the reception.
Rain coming down now, but quarterback Kerdang throwing that ball, getting rid of it over to the split end to the right side. Breck Wilbon, 32, and his good driving tackle in there. KANE coming across, making the tackle.
Chris, the punter, standing at his own 13. Low snap. High kick. It takes a St. V's bounce, and it will be down. 27-yard punt. And that was Scott Soltis, backup quarterback, who punted. So the Fighting Irish will take over. Great field position as the umbrellas are starting to come out and fans are trying to get under some kind of cover. St. B start off at their own 48-yard line. There, nice hole. Good hard running. That was Rich Sparhawk. 205 pounds is Rich Sparhawk.
See a good fake in there, Chris Littler by the quarterback hand. Look at that, oh, he could drive a truck through it in there. This time it's Sparhawk going through. He runs like a truck, tackled in there by Willman and the deep back coming up.
That was enough. 2nd and 1. Outback gets a first down. Sparhawk is the ball carrier. And that front line brought him down, but not soon enough. Mike Brewer, number 49, the nose guard, doing a good job. But Sparhawk goes 205 pounds, and now look at that rain come down. The ball is spotted at the 41-yard line of Elyria Catholic. Another first down for St. V's. Lenzler on the opt-in play. He cuts it upfield. Picks up about 3-4 yards. There you see number 71 on that stop is Randy Castle. And also Robin Kemp, number 65.
Looking at now is a classic example of the outside option play of the quarterback optioning to his halfback. Littler decided to keep the ball and going up and get the yardage for the hard-running quarterback, Mark Lentz.
But he had Gorey on the option. Well, thank you for having us. Pitch out. This one goes to Sparhawk again. Tries to get outside, does get some room, and is finally forced out of bounds. Sparhawk didn't like that hit put on him by number 45. That was Mike Martin who put the hit on him.
Coming out, this is a quick flip this time to Rick Sparhawk, just leading around the play. His blocker Littler trying to get in front of him, couldn't. Rich doing it on his own to the outside, has the speed, the power, and then in the inside coming up with the hit on the play.
And that was enough for a first down. And a timeout being called by Elyria Catholic. The defense is not doing much to hold to St. Vincent and Mary's tough offense, and the cheerleaders are well prepared. Yeah, they're happy. So is this guy.
He's ready to go.
For cold and rain. He let the snow fall.
They're ready for all kind of weather. We hear Tuck. St. Vincent carrying that ball. Sparhawk has 6 carries for 35 yards, with a long run being there of 10 yards. So Elyria Catholic had to call that timeout. They're in the 5-2. They haven't really been able to stop St. Vincent St. Mary at all. The running attack to the outside, the inside trapping game has been effective, and we saw the touchdown pass at 6:23 left in the first quarter from Lentz to Markowski. So they haven't been able to stop him, whether it be through the air or on the ground. But they're stopping the rain. They're ready. He's ready for a good, hard football game, and he's seeing it in this quarter.
Rich Sparhawk coming into this game only had 12 carries. He had 1 touchdown so far this season, averaging about 3.3 times he's carried the ball. Already he's carried it 6 times for 35 yards. It's another first down. And bad snap from the center. Lenz fell on it, still belongs to the Fighting Irish. And that bad snap picked him up a yard. Robin Kemp tried to wrestle it away from Lenz, but was unsuccessful. As you see, John CISTONE sending in a play with number 22, Sean Walter, a junior, and who will be a wideout. He gives the play to Mark Lenz. Lenz fake handoff to Littler, Sparhawk, and it's a fumble. Robin Kemp put a real hit on Sparhawk.
Quarterback Lenz coming down, giving him the second man, and that's his big back who's been running at Sparhawk going in there.
I was wrong.
He held on to it. That was the helmet just going down. He was just on the layer of the defensive tackles.
Clock showing now 30 seconds remaining in the, a minute 25 remaining in the first quarter. And it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for St. Vincent St. Mary. Lenz looks and underthrows, but a flag was thrown
Flag on the play on the right side, coming in with the linesman making the call, but the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. The quarterback went back, kind of a short rollout drop. Procedure penalty going to be against the Fighting Irish, and the pass was tipped in there.
Here we see it again. Getting back very quickly is Mark Lenz.
You should see it there. You can see the hand coming up was tipped. See the ball going like extra point, and there are only 6 men on the line of scrimmage on a procedure against the offensive team.
Well, they're making the decision. Do you want to give them another try, or do you want to just refuse it and force them to punt? Although they're in 4-down territory at the 25.
They're refusing it.
They refused it, so this will bring up a 4th and 8 for St. Vincent St. Mary, and they're going to go for it. The defense for St. Vincent St. Mary is able to hold Elyria Catholic on their first possession. And it's going to be offside. Lenz gets around the corner, does not pick up the first down, a loose ball, but it still belongs to Elyria Catholic unless it was recovered by St. V's, because it was almost enough for a first down, but a flag was thrown, and I'm certain that there was an offside on the right side of St. V. St. Mary's offensive line.
Motion. Here, Captain Green. That was the...
And outside, they have to be set there. You can see the movement. One of the 2 men to the far right side went before quarterback came up with Lenz, and the man wasn't open, goes to the outside, picks up some yards, but all this is to no avail because that ball will be turned over. Coming up with the ball will be the Elyria Catholic Panthers on change of downs. Penalty won't matter.
I'll tell you, that Lenz really scrambles well, doesn't he?
He does, and he's strong. We saw him and saw the size in our pregame. He moves well with that ball, and we saw the ability. Nice soft touch in the passing game.
Number 9 will be Matt Kerndang, the quarterback. Jim Klingston, running back. Todd Wilbon, the other. And Scott Pitts will be the slot back. This goes off to the sophomore, Todd Wilbon, number 42. He runs into Steve Nagy. Steve Nagy at 205. One thing in talking to Bill Grooms, he said every year we seem to be able to get some of our underclassmen who can come out and start to perform. That is Tony Rulland, who is a great running back. He's got 4 touchdowns already, 6 receptions, and injured his ankle. He'll be out a couple of more weeks. It'll be a 2nd and 8. This is Jim Klingshirn. Tries to go off that left side. Doesn't pick up much. Maybe a yard or so. Tom Goka, the inside linebacker, number 49, a senior, stopped him. Jim Klingshirn, one of the tri-captains. But that ends the first quarter of play with a score. St. Vincent St. Mary 7 and Elyria Catholic nothing. We'll be back right after this. And they're all dressed for the weather. The rain is slowed down, is almost stopped now. Very short-lived, and the moon is out, so not too bad. As St. Vincent St. Mary enjoying that 7-point lead. Elyria Catholic is going to have a 3rd and 7 from their own 423. But the wind is really starting to gust. Kerndang wants to throw. He's going to hang on. He's got some running room. Makes a couple of little quick steps, and I think he has enough for a first down. Good effort by Matt Kerndang, the senior quarterback.
It was a 3rd and a long 7. He wanted to throw that ball, but he turned the corner, and it was open, so he took it. Put that ball away, Matt. But he knew where he was going, out of bounds with it on the first play of the quarter. First down for the Elyria Catholic Pioneers.
Yeah, but this is only their 2nd possession. The defense was able to stop the first time. In motion goes Pitts. Pitch back goes to Wilbon, and just caught by the ankle. Good defensive play. They caught him right in the backfield. Maybe it picked up about a yard. I think that was Eric Stetz or Mike Smithson who brought him down 55 or 56. Elyria Catholic will now have a 2nd and 9. The rolling out is Krnc, and he gets about a couple of yards shy of the first down. Again, the quarterbacks are doing a good job running.
Looking for the passing department, but Matt Krnc, number 9, goes around. No one's open. He moves to the left. And if they're not going to take the quarterback, put pressure from the outside, he's going to take it, and he does with a nice fake there through the hip and took a hard hit there, number 9, Krnc, but he bounced up. Quarterback is ready.
Well, we're really happy to be here. The cooperation and help every time we come out here to Elyria Catholic has just been great. Thank you so very much. So it's going to be a 3rd and 2 now. This is a pitch back. This is to Krnc. Cuts it up inside and gets close to a first down. On that stop, Tom Golka along with Matt Bonanno.
Like in that first quarter, Elyria Catholic only had 6 plays, 6 yards running and 6 in the air, but now they're moving that ball to first down there. Only a total of 12 yards in their 3 minutes. St. Vincent St. Mary, 18 plays and really moved that ball, 99 total yards, over almost 8.5 minutes of possession. Quite a difference in the first quarter.
That young man there had the concentration of a linebacker, but the eyes of the quarterback. Krnc gets outside, stays on his feet, gets across midfield. Again, close to another first down. Dave Houston, the free safety, and Steve Nagy finally had to bring him down, and it is another first down. So the offense for the Panthers is starting to get in gear.
Senior Jim Klingshorn, 34, off to the right side. Actually, no one there. Had to be some strong blocks. Broke one tackle, got in deep into the secondary. Again, another first down. They're moving with that ball. Elyria Catholic on the go.
And they've got the ball at the 44-yard line of St. Vincent St. Mary. This is number 7, Scott Fitz, who's the flanker around. He gets inside the 40. Scott Pitts, a junior, at 185 pounds. And again, Dave Houston had to come up from his free safety spot to bring him down.
Krnc very strong with a handoff. Scott Pitts doesn't roll with the ball too much, but he goes off to the left side. Nice fake in there by Krnc to give it off to Pitts to isolate the linebackers, and then Pitts did it on his own with a 9-yard gain.
It's going to be a 2nd and 2 yards for a first for Elyria Catholic. This is Krnc again who gets the first down. Big, powerful running back, 5'11", 193-pound senior, one of the tri-captains. Coming into this game, in the first 4 games, he carried the ball 55 times, 3.8 average, with 2 touchdowns. And he scores a touchdown just about every day in the classroom. He carries a 3-point average. Great family traditions for Krnc. His dad also played here at Elyria Catholic. So we talked about the traditions of both these fine schools. Krnc rolling out. He'll run with the ball. He gets out of bounds very wisely after a pickup of about 6 yards. Driving him out, or chasing him, was Tom Flynn. So Matt Krnc doing a good job.
You have to wonder on a play like this. Now it's been 3 times that he's coming across. He is looking for a man, but he's really looking to run with that ball. It's almost that quarterback option, and he has the ability to run, and he's going to run with it. Krnc to the outside.
Well, that'll bring up a 2nd and 6. The pickup of 4. Running backs are Krnc and Wilbon. Wilbon 42. This is Wilbon. And he gets close to the 30 where he is just stopped in his tracks after 2 or 3 yard pickup. Out comes 81, Brandon Smith. In goes Brett Wilbon, number 32. He's the older brother of Todd Wilbon, number 42, who's playing fullback. Well, they didn't give him much. They're spotting it at the 32-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd and about 5. And a flag is thrown. That stops the play, and it looks like it's going to be against Elyria Catholic. Nope.
No.
Thank you.
Dead ball.
Matt.
Encroachment. defense.
So that's a nice way to pick up 5 yards. That'll make it a...
That's first down, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Enough for a first down.
Just make it.
Just made it. We're spotted at the 20, close to the 27, between the 26 and 27. Four minutes gone by in the second quarter. St. Vincent St. Mary leads it 7-0, but the Panthers of Elyria Catholic are on the move. This one goes to Krnc, and he is stopped just as he hits the 25. Picked up a very tough yard. The defense led by number 49, Tam Golka, along with Steve Nagy, number 58. And they are load, both of them. 200 pounds for Golka and 205 pounds for Nagy. Number 32, Breck Wilbon, splits to the far side of the field. We're tight on the near side. 2nd and 9. And sacked all the way back at the 40 by Steve Nagy, the linebacker. He was blitzing. No one picked him up, and they spotted at the 39.
Good defensive play in here by the Fighting Irish. Stop the moving of Elyria Catholic. Quarterback back. Hey, he didn't have a place to go. I don't want to roll out left. I can't go anywhere, but Steve Nagy's going to take care of and toss him down hard onto the turf.
And he doesn't like that. This is Bill Grooms, first-year head coach, 5 years assistant coach. He's a graduate of Elyria Catholic. So it's going to be third down in a lot of... Oh, what a great pass and what a great catch by number 49, Jason Dahman, or 48. Tom Kane was defending, but Matt Krnc really laid that on the numbers.
Krnc got back so fast, it was a deep drop, but he really goes back fast. Sign of a good quarterback. He's back looking for one man. It's Jason Doman, number 48, down about 10, coming across. You can see him as he crosses in front of cornerback Tom Kane, 31, who immediately put the hit on him, but not until he picked up some nice yards.
Big play here for Elyria Catholic. It is 4th and 3. Ball on the 19. Krnc left it 5, and pulling this one in was number 42, Todd Wilbon, the sophomore, coming out of the backfield, and he beat Matt Bonanno. And another big first down. Great play.
Couple nice plays to move that ball, both passing plays by the quarterback. He hit the big one. This time it's a short roll out. Todd Wilbon, 42, in place of Chris Yeager in the backfield, coming out, picking up 7 yards. Plenty of time.
And now 3 for 3. This is Todd Wilbon trying to stay on his feet, and he just went no place. He may have lost a yard, but Matt Krnc is 3 for 3. There you take a good look. Without the hat and the headset is the head coach, John CISTONE, 3 state championship, been there 22 years, and really is a tradition and exemplifies the traditions at St. Vincent St. Mary. 16 plays on this drive that started at their own 20 for Elyria Catholic. This is Jim Krnc, puts his head down, gets inside the 10-yard line. Four minutes, 55 seconds to go in the half. It's a 7-0 score. St. V's scored on their first possession. Elyria Catholic, talk about ball control. They took over this with the start of the quarter. Or make that 1:15 remaining in the first quarter. So, and there's only about 5 minutes remaining in this quarter. Krnc, he gets it to Krnc. And a flag is thrown, and Krnc leans forward, and with all that, with this flag is against Elyria Catholic, they lost a couple of yards on that play.
You can see the preliminary call, Mike, is going to go against the offensive team on a blocking violation. Elyria Catholic now, he's been throwing that ball, he goes back. Now watch, the line starts to come in, 34 on the left of your screen. Now he's just sliding over, shuffling. Turn around. It's just a short drop pass to the outside, kind of a semi-screen. He gets it, a good running back. Krnc comes back to the middle. The block took place in here on the clip or illegal block, whatever you want to call it, on the side, and the play will, it is declined because they didn't pick up much yardage.
On the green, decline.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 9. They were successful in the last 4th down try. They're going to try for a kick. Nope, they're going to go. Yeah, I think they are. If they do, Phil Porter will be trying it. Well, he sets it up. He's got his tee out there. But it looks like that's Soltis, Scott Soltis. This is Robert Kemp. Boy, did he get the height and the distance. And Robin Kemp, the senior, who doesn't kick that often, the kicking, most of it is done by Phil Porter, gets it through the upright. So the Elyria Catholic Panthers get on the scoreboard, and it makes it a 7-3 ball game with St. Vincent St. Mary leading. That was a total of 9 minutes and 13 seconds. They hung onto that ball, and that one last clipping penalty is what hurt them, because they could have gone with a 4th down in a matter of a couple of yards. And of course that sack during this drive did not do them much good either. Phil Porter will be kicking off. Back deep will be Rob Wallace and Peter Gore. That you're looking at Phil Porter. There are your receivers, Wallace and Gorey. Oh, hit the tee. It goes out of bounds at about the 33. I am certain that the Fighting Irish will take over 1st down from that point. They have to re-kick. That'll cost him 5. And so now the deep men are standing at about the 20.
And Mike, with that going back, they're going to put a little more power into their kicking. It looks like Robin Kemp, 65, who kicked the field goal, will now do the kickoff for Elyria Catholic.
Well, I'll tell you, he kicked that field goal a mile. Soccer-style kicker. He gets a nice kick away back at the 16-yard line. This is Peter Gorey. And Gorey gets to the 40, where he's brought down by Phil Porter, who usually does the kicking for Elyria Catholic and plays on the specialty teams. St. Vincent St. Mary will take over 1st down. They've got that 4-point lead. And this is homecoming, and there's the Queen in her court. We'll give you the good news in a moment or two. Remember, stay with us at halftime. We'll be having 2 marching bands for the entertainment. Of course, we'll have scoreboard. Mark Lenz still a quarterback. Boy, are they hitting down there.
Boy, they're really cracking.
Riker on the stop along with Randy Castle, and they hit Peter Gorey, the junior.
Must have been Lou Holtz was talking about football. He said they played smash face football last week against Purdue. I guess that's what he means. They are really hitting out there now.
You know, these are Division III teams, and you've got lines that average well over 220 pounds on both sides of that line of scrimmage. Going to be a 2nd and 9. The option play, a flag is thrown. This is Peter Gorey. Gorey slides to midfield, but he will be short of a 1st down by about a half a yard. Breck Wilbon, the cornerback, brought him down with an ankle tackle. There's Gorey for 87. 10 carries, 3.7. But now, with the injury, of course, to Tony Rolland, he's seeing an awful lot of action, as well as Sparhawk. That was
taking a long time.
Illegal formation, white.
Long time explaining it to the captain. There was only one thing he could do, and that was take the penalty. And a choice with a nice gain like that. But it comes back, legal formation. Believe it was only One man shy on the line of scrimmage again offensively.
That was only the third flag thrown against the Fighting Irish. That takes the ball back to the 36. That'll bring up a 2nd and 14 for St. Vincent St. Mary as Lenz wants to throw. Drops back, across the middle, and incomplete. And the pass was laid right on the money to Chris Markowski, but the hits by Martin and Klingshorn, the linebacker, knocked the ball loose, and it goes as an incompletion. The control was not there. Well, I'll tell you, Mark Lenz puts a lot of fire on that ball, doesn't he?
Really threw that ball. Markowski again was in the open. He had another deep man coming across there. Chapman was moving across, so they had a couple men open. See the pass again.
2.5 minutes to go in a half. It's a 3rd and 14 for St. Vincent St. Mary. And Lenz again wants to take to the air. Being rushed, and still on his feet, and a flag is thrown. Loose ball, recovered by Elyria. Randy Castle jumped on it, but a flag is down.
Flag is thrown on the play. Usually the flag on that will be a blocking call when your quarterback is dancing around and moving like that. The fumble took place,
but it belongs to Elyria.
They certainly believe it belongs to them, but we have to get the official call from the referee.
Don't get technical on me, Brian, please.
We've got a clip.
There's the clip. Always.
Here, team captain. You decline the penalty, you get the ball. Okay.
You better decline the penalty. Okay, you get the ball. The Panthers come up with it.
That was Dan Kelly that the official was talking to. Oh, that's great. With 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Here's the scampering by Lenz.
They're
pulling that ball very loose and dangerously.
Couldn't see the penalty. You could see the flag, but you can certainly see the fumble and the recovery.
The official timeout. They've got to change the chains at the far side of the field. The Elyria Catholic is down 7-3, but they've got 2 minutes and 15 seconds. A big break here for the Panthers. They've got to take advantage of it. Number 48, Jason Dahmen, is split to the far side. Krnc hands off. Jim Klingshorn tries their loose ball, but it is covered by St. Vincent St. Mary. I think that was Tony Golka, number 49, who covered it. But Klingshorn just drew a crowd. There must have been 5 white jerseys as he hit that line, and he just lost it. So St. Vincent St. Mary will take over first down from their own 28-yard line, close to the 29, with 1:53, and time still running. And St. V's with that 4-point lead. Lands going deep. Great catch. What a super catch by number 22, Sean Walter. One of the 5 wideouts they used at St. Vincent St. Mary, with Breck Wilbaum defending.
Mark Lentz going back, showing he can throw that ball. He's back here, the back he faked to went down. Littler, he fires it. Actually, the ball is a little bit short, but coming back is, the way they're coming back on the ball, coming curled into the inside. Wilbon making a defensive play.
So it's a first down, and Lenz wants to throw again. He can run it. He's got all the room he wants. And he's brought down hard as he is close to the 40 by Phil Porter. That was the 3rd reception for Walter as timeout is called by St. Vincent. That stops the clock with 1:10 remaining. They will have a 2nd down and 5. They've still got 2 timeouts remaining, as does Elyria Catholic. Right now, it is 4 for 4 for Krnc. Lentz is 2 for 4. He's got 52 yards as opposed to Krnc only 30. In all 4 of the receptions, one by Wilbon, that's Breck, one by Dahmen, one by Wilborn, who is Todd Wilborn, and one by Klingshorn. So he's spreading it around pretty good. We get back to action. It'll be a second and a long 5 for St. Vincent St. Mary. The ball on the Elyria Catholic 42-yard line. And in comes number 1, Chris Markowski. Markowski and Sean Walters will be the wideouts for St. Vincent St. Mary. Walters splits to the far side. Mark Lenz. Hey, what a nice play by number 34, Jim Clincher, who was a blitzing linebacker and caught Mark Lenz right by the ankles. He almost got away, but it was just a fraction of a second slow.
Lenz throwing that ball rather well now, so what they decide to do, instead of dropping back, let's shoot somebody in. They do go in all the way. Boy, when you blitz the right lane and go for it.
It's going to be a 3rd and 10 for St. Vincent St. Mary's. We're back to live action. This is a fullback right up the middle, and this is Chris Littler. And Oscar Abrego, number 24, finally had to bring him down. And Littler, this is only his 3rd carry, but that was his longest gain of the ball game, enough for a first down. He's got now 3 carries and 26 yards.
Of course, with that, they want to stop the clock because of the running play, so Akron St. Vincent St. Mary calls a timeout. It's their second timeout, so they have 1 left if they need it in the drive. Elyria Catholic out there right now talking to the head coach. Bill Groom's going over with his defensive ball players. We're down here in some territory where they can hurt us with the long pass, the trick play, and watch out, don't get stung up the middle by a fullback busting up through the middle like we just had on that play. Play good D. Our back's against the wall here. Look at that clock. Use your head. They'll come out firing that football.
We've got only 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. St. V's with that ball, and they're now on the 27 of Elyria Catholic with only 35 seconds to go. But they've got a 4-point lead, 7-3. And they've got Littler, the up back. And completion! This one is to number 22, again, Sean Walter, the junior, who is the wideout. That's his 2nd reception in a row. Scott Soltis was back defending, and its clock is moving the chains. It stopped at 26, now it starts. First down. The intended receiver on that one, I think, was Markowski. And defending was number 24, Oscar Abrego. There's Oscar as he's coming back.
They try to do is isolate the wide man. In this case, it was Chapman, Mike, I think, had come in there 80 on the corner. Put him over in the corner, just try to get him into the pile, into the corner. Couldn't get him out there, and Lentz had a long throw across field, just couldn't make connection.
That stops the clock with 16 seconds remaining. It's a 2nd and 10. Inside the... No, almost. There's no signal whether it was reception or not. I think it was. Yes, it is. And they've got it inside the 10, close to the 5, about the 6-yard line. And a timeout is going to be called by St. Vincent St. Mary with a 3rd down with 1 second on the clock.
1 second on the clock, and they did get the timeout in, so I imagine the field goal unit will come out here, but it's worth looking at again with Lentz going back, firing here. We think the linebacker tipped it, which he did, but then in the corner catching it. Look, maybe Chapman again, I couldn't catch it. It was 8-something in the corner. Clock was running. They got a timeout with 1 second left.
So trying the field goal will be Vince Labello. He'll be trying it from the 6. That makes a 16-yarder. Phil Lenz will be holding. Well, they've got it spotted closer to the 7-yard line.
The official is over here now. That's the referee talking the phones, probably going up to the clock to see if there's 1 second or maybe a couple more on there. By the time he signaled it, I'm looking out there now. It's 2 seconds now instead of 1.
They'll be kicking it from the 14. It's a 24-yard field goal attempt. Lentz holding. Vince Labello will be trying in, and a timeout is going to be called by Elyria, maybe trying to ice Vince Labello. There you're taking a look at Pilgrims. He looks like he's been through a war, doesn't he?
He has been. When you go through 2 quarters of football against St. Vincent St. Mary, this great rivalry, not only they call a timeout, which they do want to upset, of course, the kicker, but it gives him a chance to talk, to see what lanes he wants to go in, how he wants to try to block it, who he wants to pull out, see if he can get some extra speed in there. So there's a lot of things you can do.
I've mentioned before, and we thanked everyone for the signs because of the great cooperation, but here is our man lift, and we've got our 5th camera on there, and it was provided to us by the Atlas Electric Company, and we want to thank them for supplying that man lift for Friday nights, for tonight's game. It's a man lift, but you know, we got Sally running the camera, so that evens the whole thing out. So again, they'll be trying it, a 24-yard field goal to try and bring St. V's lead back to 7 with 2 seconds on the clock. Down, it's up, and it is blocked. So the Panthers of Elyria Catholic have been able to, you see the hands up because Elyria Catholic recovered it in the end zone, and they're saying it's a touchdown, but let's see what the officials try and do. It was a block punt. The clock shows no time.
The time should run out. It's just a matter of what took place. It should be a block. That's all it is.
That's
Ball's
all.
up in the
It's
air.
all over.
It's a block field goal attempt.
The fielder, Captain, it's not a live ball. So that ends the first half with the score: St. Vincent St. Mary 7 and Elyria Catholic 3 in a really hard-hitting, hard-fought first half. We'll be back with a halftime show right after this timeout. And across the way, getting ready to entertain you, will be the Elyria Catholic Panther Marching Band under the direction of Judith Krnc, and their announcer is going to be Tim Walsh. So let's go down and enjoy this halftime band show, and then we'll be going right to scoreboard.
And now, the pride of Elyria, the Elyria Catholic Panther Marching Band. This evening, the band would like to entertain you with the final countdown. To the popular hit, Louie Louie.
so very much. Judith Krnc, the director of the Elyria Catholic Panther Marching Band, and the announcer Tim Walsh. Now it's time for scoreboard. The score at the end of the first half, St. Vincent St. Mary 7 and Elyria Catholic 3. And welcome back to the Knights of Columbus Field in Elyria, Ohio, where St. V's is enjoying a 4-point lead, 7-3, and it's all in the rain. It stopped for a while, now it's starting to come back. The footing is going to be quite slippery now because the rain has been slight, but it's been coming down. And still the umbrellas are out. Let's take a look at the first half stats.
The interesting stats in the first half, of course, the score, St. Vincent St. Mary 7, Elyria Catholic 3. Rushing yards 43-86, the Fighting Irish on top, also on passing yards, 159 total to 73. First downs, 9-6. Turnovers, each team had a fumble. The team recovered. Penalties, 2 for 10 yards for St. Vincent and 1 for 5 for Elyria Catholic. 12-17 time of possession, 11:43 for Elyria Catholic, so that really caught up. A total of 25 plays run in 2 quarters for Elyria Catholic and 30 for Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. So quite a difference from the first quarter to the second quarter in possession time and number of plays.
Of that 11 minutes for Elyria Catholic, 9 was on that last drive where they got that field goal. So they haven't had the ball too long, except for that one sustained drive they took at their own 20 and finally had to settle for the 3 points. You're looking at the deep men for Elyria Catholic. It'll be Gip Hoagland, Jim Klingshirn, and Todd Wilbon. And the kicker will be Vince Labello. Number 3, there's Vince. Going to be a long high kick. And fumbled and finally picked up at the 10-yard line. And being forced out of bounds was Trevor Horn. And he brings the ball out to the 26 or close to the 27-yard line. It'll be a first down from that point for the Panthers of Elyria Catholic as we get ready to start the second half. There's the best seat in the house. On top of everything else, your feet are dry.
Also keeps his dad's head from getting wet out there. Good idea.
As you saw, the rain still falling. Pitch back by Krnc, a quarterback. He gives it out, pitches it back to Jim Klingshirn, and Jim gets back about to the line of scrimmage, may have picked up a yard. And it's going to be tough trying to go outside on a field like this. And they'll give him a yard. Brings up a 2nd and 9. Number 32, Breck Wilbon, splits near side of the field, which is the wide side. Klingshirn and Wilbon are the running backs. This is a handoff to Klingshirn, and he just can't find any running room at all. Leading that charge is Stetz and Smithson for St. Vincent St. Mary. And if this rain keeps on falling, it's going to become tougher and tougher to get much of an offense going. Going in is Gip Hoagland, number 18 for St. Vincent, for Elyria Catholic. He splits wide to the near side, replacing Breck Wilbon, the junior split end. Getting time is Krnc. Nice block. And back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe close to the 30. Forcing him out was Tom Flynn. But what a great block put on by Jeff Palmer to spring Krnc as he tries to get outside. You'll see it on the left hand of your screen as Krnc moves off to the right.
Krnc going over to the right. He has a long way to go. He had a long way to go for the first down. Not enough room. Good containment on the outside. Driven to the outside.
This brings up a 4th punting down. This is Chris, not Yeager, but Soltis. Scott Soltis standing inside his 20. Good high kick. And taking this one at the 40 is, I think this is Peter Gorey. But a flag on the return. That was a 40-yard punt by Scott Soltis. Let's see what the flag is.
Flag was thrown late back on the 44-yard line by the official as the man was coming down on the block. It's an illegal block. Took place after St. Vincent had the ball, so as long as it took place after they had the ball, it wasn't on a free kick. They will keep the ball, but there will be a 15-yard assessment on the play.
Which takes it back to the...
We got a block.
Inside the 30.
White on the return. It's going to be first down, White.
First down from the 29 of St. Vincent St. Mary. They've got that 4-point lead, 7-3. First possession in the second half for the Fighting Irish. The quarterback, Mark Lenz. And this one goes to Peter Rich Sparhawk. And he is brought down by Rick Schilke, number 52, the left defensive end. And it's about a yard loss, a 2-yard loss. Let's call it, make it 2nd and 12. .9:40 to go. There's Lenz's stats for you. 4 of 7. And of course that big touchdown pass. And a power eye. Putting his head down and picking up a couple of extra yards is Peter Gorey, the junior, at 6'3", 185 pounds. And that is Mike Martin, number 45, in on that stop.
Peter Gorey working out of the tailback position on the I formation, off to the right side and cutting back in. A large hole then. Remember, he's behind a good right tackle at 275 pounds and a guard that goes 200 pounds on the right side. We're talking about some big bruisers up front in the offensive line for St. Vincent St. Mary.
But they get a first down as they spot the ball at the St. Vincent St. Mary 42. Lenz gets time, gets it away and misses the mark. This was intended for Rich Sparhawk. The running back comes out of the backfield. Martin and Kemp there defending, but the ball was thrown a little wide.
Bill Groom's watching that play. Misconnections on the play. The defense held up. They couldn't hit Sparhawk on a pass.
2nd and 10. Chris Littler gets the call straight up the middle, nothing but power football, and Chris gets to about the 45. He runs into Dan Kelly and Robin Kempf. Dan Kelly, that 3-year starter, a 236-pound tackle, a Division I ball player, they tell me, extremely strong, one of the tri-captains. And Robin Kempf, who was a linebacker, who had a brother Greg, who was an outside linebacker on that 84 championship team. It's a 3rd and 7 for St. Vincent St. Mary. Lenz is going to keep it on the option. He gets enough of the first down and more. As he gets inside the 45 of Elyria, where finally Robin Kempf had to run him down.
It's a play where the defense backs off a little bit, expecting possibly the option play or the pass play. In this case, you get quarterback Mark Lentz going down the line, faking the fullback to the inside. He's not really looking at his trailer back or option back. He knows he's going to run the ball, run it over on the end sweep to the bounds, picks up his first down.
So Kemp, number 65, brings him down. And another first down for St. Vincent St. Mary. Mark Lenz, he hangs off, loose ball. Rich Sparhawk was the ball carrier, but it was not a clean handoff. It was a little slippery with the wet weather. And so it's recovered by Elyria.
For a couple of first downs, St. Vincent St. Mary moving with that ball. Quarterback now on a handoff to the back, coming up and then losing that ball, fumble in there. Randy Castle, number 71, comes up with the turnover, coming up with the fumble.
And that's his second fumble recovery of the game, Brian.
The exchange just wasn't there between the halfback and the quarterback. He never really had it in. He didn't cradle it in. The ball flew out immediately. Castle fell on it.
So Elyria Catholic takes over from their own 44. No running room at all. It looks like another fumble. And it still belongs to Elyria. But they lost about a yard on that. Again, you see Mark Kerndang just a little disgusted with that. You know, I think, you get that timing where the back is coming out of the backfield and the quarterback has got that same timing. And I think the backs are slipping a little bit and they're not getting there soon enough.
A couple of factors. The turf is slippery. The hands are slippery. And remember, his back that he hands off to, Yeager, is out with an injury. So he's working with another back. All that goes against timing.
And hauling this one in, I think, was Jason Dahman. Yes, it was. There he is, the senior, number 48, 6'1", 160 pounds. Tom KANE was there defending and stopped the first down.
Krnc throws to Dahman. This is the second completion he's had to his end, who works out the split side on the left end. 6-yard reception on a play, enough to keep him moving. Picked up some after that misconnection on the handoff on the first down.
So it'll be a 3rd and 5 for Elyria Catholic. The ball on their own 48, and a timeout's going to be called by Elyria Catholic. Matt Krnc didn't like what he saw, so he calls the timeout as he walks over to confer with Bill Grooms. 3-4 student in the classroom, 2-year starter. He's 20 of 47 in completions. In this game, he's 5 for 5, 36 yards.
Been able to throw that ball, and he came up. They were ready with their 3rd down play. He either had the option to see what the defense was going to do, or he just didn't like what was called. So he called a timeout. They hate to waste him, but sometimes it's better to do that than come up with the wrong play call. He comes over and talks to his head coach, Bill Grooms, first year over here, Elyria Catholic, to get things straight. Goes back now and gives his orders in there to the offensive line and his backs.
And there is John CISTONE, who's got to wonder whether this slippery field is going to affect the running game of St. Vincent St. Mary. Although they've got that quarterback, and every time he's carried the ball, he's picked up yardage. Right now, Lenz is 27 yards and 8 carries. 10 is the longest. Again, a big 3rd and 5 for the Panthers Elyria Catholic. It's a pitch back to Scott Pitts. Slips one tackle and puts his head down and is held about 2 yards shy of a first down. Tom KANE stopped him. Also Tom Flynn in the area, putting a lot of pressure on Matt Krnc.
It's only the second time that Pitts has carried that ball. In the second quarter, carried on more of an inside counter. This time was kind of a short reverse play where there's actually a flip from the quarterback, a wide out play. Didn't get what they wanted.
And Scott Soltis will be punting from his own 40 with a 4th and 2. Gets another good kick away, and it takes a Elyria bounce. It's picked up inside the 15, and running out of bounds. There's no place to go, just ran out of room. Bringing that one back was number 45, Rob Wallace. That was a 35-yard punt with a bounce. And so St. Vincent St. Mary will take over first down with the ball, nose of the ball, touching their St. Vincent St. Mary's 20. Here's your score, 7-3. That 4-point lead has been standing for a long time. We have 5:26 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is the 2nd possession for St. V's in this quarter. And they're in the I formation. This one goes to Vance Sanford. What a nice piece of running. Sanford comes in for Peter Gorey, and he picks up big yardage. Finally, Phil Porter, along with Dick Hoagland, the cornerback and the safety, had to bring him down.
Sanford, a good back in the I formation, goes to the left side and running, gets past number 71, Castle, who drove him deep, but Sanford had enough speed to come up, turn the corner, dig in to go down hard. Picks up pretty good yards, Mike. Nice to see him back there as the running back.
Sure does. He gets a first down in his first carry. This one goes to the up back, just straight up the middle. He's trying to pick up some yardage, thinking they can get a little room. Robin Kemp is in there, and he puts a stop on Chris Littler, the junior, number 6. And now this is Littler's 5th carry. Yeah, the rain hasn't dampened their spirit, has it?
No, they enjoy it out here. They don't even know it's raining out there right now.
Oh, I think they do. Their hair's
maybe
getting
they
messed.
do.
It's going to be a 3rd and 9 for the Fighting Irish. Again in that power I. And this is Sanford again. He gets outside but does not make a first down. That'll bring up a 4th and about a couple. Or third and a couple.
Van Sanford running with that ball, giving him some new impetus here with the halfback. Peter Gorey had been working out the tailback spot in the first 2 quarters of play.
As you can notice that St. Vincent St. Mary has changed their offensive sets. They're going to power football. Sanford again, and he jumps forward or lunges forward after he's hit low by Kemp, and it may be enough for the first down. All depends where they spot it now.
Going again to Van Sanford on running. You can see the line firing out strong. A deep drop by the quarterback into the halfback. But boy, coming up, that was Robin Kemp from the linebacker spot. He really got in there a hurry. The linebacker came through the lane, made a good hit. Now they'll see the call.
Now they're bringing the chain out. Oh, is that close? First down.
First down.
St. V's gets it. Ball just shy of St. Vincent St. Mary's 45. Clock now is showing 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Make that 9 minutes and 42 with a window with rain. I can't make out the scoreboard, but the numbers are. But it's first down. And about 3-yard pickup. That was Chris Littler, number 6. You see coming back to the huddle. And again, Robin Kemp brought him down. Let's make that a 4-yard pickup. That means that the Fighting Irish will have a 2nd and 6 with the ball just about the 48-yard line, close to the 49. Mark Lenz, the quarterback. Let's go to the up back, a couple of yards picked up. And the players now are getting up slower as Littler is at the bottom of that pile.
Like they're really driving using power football. That time they're unbalanced to the right. Remember, they have 2 tackles and guards in there. Lorius is 275 and Stet's 205 and 255 for Case. A lot of power has to be wearing down Elyria Catholic somewhat.
And St. Vincent St. Mary is winning the 3rd down conversion race, 5 of 8, and they're going for 1 right now. It's a 3rd and about 3. Sanford and Elyria holds Randy Castle. In on that stop at the right tackle. And as Sanford hit the line, Castle hit Sanford. And that brings up a 4th and let's call it about 2 yards. So it'll bring up a punting situation for St. Vincent's. And this is the first punt for St. Vincent St. Mary. 39.7 average as Houston gets this one away. No one is back deep. They let it bounce. It hits the 5 and into the end zone. Touchback, which means it'll be brought out to the 20 after a 47-yard punt by Dave Houston.
It was a 4th and 2, Mike. Elyria Catholic didn't go back. They didn't know if Houston was going to kick. There is a penalty flag on the play thrown down there around the 35-yard line or so. We'll see when it was thrown on the free kick. Because remember, the ball was not recovered and went into the end zone, so this makes it interesting.
Personal foul. White. Hey, Marty.
Personal foul against the kicking team.
So they would normally bring it out to the 20. And so this way means they'll bring it out to the 35. Elyria will take over. First down from there. I want to remind you, next Friday night, we're going to have a great game. That you're looking at Robin Kemp fixing his helmet. Another great high school game for you next Friday night. So be with us at 10 o'clock. If things work out right, it could be a couple of undefeated teams going against each other. Matt Kerndang, number 9, still a quarterback. Clint Sherman, running back, along with Todd Wilbound and Scott Pitts. And the end is split. This is a pitch back to Todd Wilbon. He almost couldn't find the handle on that, but he gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. And they will give him maybe a half-a-yard pickup. We'll call it a 2nd and 10. 81 coming in is Smith at split end.
Like that pitch is just a dead ball pitch to the halfback. If you throw too high, you straighten him up. You straighten him up, you can't handle the ball, and you can't get the runner's lean into the line. That's what happened on the play.
And here goes Krnc. First down. Tries to get outside, spins around, crosses midfield, and is finally dragged down at the 46 or 47-yard line. Dragging him down was Jim Dorr, number 59, the 2-year starter senior left end.
One of the best plays that the Panthers have is a quarterback pass that never takes place because he's more dangerous as a runner. He splits the field, gets everybody wide, his ability to move the outside, holding the ball loose, finally put it away. Nice spin to the outside, took the man coming down. Dorr coming to the outside to bring down Krnc.
So a big first down for the Panthers. Just a handoff to the running back, Jim Klingsher. He just drags some of the St. Vincent St. Mary players across the 40 of St. Vincent. The momentum seems to have swung a little bit here, Brian.
Didn't take them long. Remember the 15-yard penalty on the kick, so they had that, then the run, and finally then coming up, so there's a timeout, officials timeout, a player down on the field for Elyria Catholic. We're talking about Krnc running, and then coming up with Jim Klingsher, the strong halfback doing the ball carrying tonight, moving with that ball on the inside game. Klingsher, 12 carries, the workhorse for 36 yards, long run of 10. Tight line spacing, straight handoff to the halfback, diving up there, running strong, good strong runner, 193 pounds. Really took it, 1, 2, 3, 5 men on top of him. He's up, he's okay. It was Klingsher down on the bottom. He's coming out. You have to come out in Ohio high school play for one play, and then if you're okay, you're allowed to go back in.
He didn't get up, he bounced up.
And he wanted to stay in for that play, but once they had the timeout and injury, you have to come out.
Elyria Catholic will have the ball on the 39-yard line of St. Vincent St. Mary with a 2nd and about 1.5 yards. And straight up the middle goes the sophomore, Todd Wilbon, for a first down. As he gets close to the 30, and finally, Tom Flynn brought him down.
Todd Wilbon in the backfield in the starting role tonight, moving up with the ball, driving in.
And that ends the 3rd quarter with a score. St. Vincent St. Mary 7 and a Elyria Catholic 3, but Elyria Catholic is on the move. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Knights of Columbus Stadium. This is Mike Massa along with Brian Powers, and the momentum is swung over to the Panthers of Elyria Catholic. They have another big first down after that run by Todd Wilbon. They've got a first down from St. Vincent St. Mary's 33. Jim Klingsher is back in the lineup, and this is Krnc trying to get around that corner and does not. It's a loss all the way back to the 40, maybe the 39. Depends where they forced him out. That's going to be a loss of 5 or 6 yards. Steve Nagy, along with Jim Dorr, putting a lot of pressure on Matt Krnc.
Yeah, they believe that there was a mix-up in the backfield with the backs moving around there. Krnc didn't get a chance to do what he wanted. Notice him limping a little bit on the play. Let's watch for that. He has to be healthy in this drive.
Kip Hoagland, you saw, number 18 coming in, along with Brett Wilbon, number 32. They'll be the ends. They're the wideouts, and the rain's still falling. Krnc again, looks, gets time, goes deep. And completed. What a catch by number 18, Kip Hoagland. And he gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Knows that the ball's going to touch it. That'll bring up a 1st and goal as Hoagland takes the congratulations of his teammates.
He should. The quarterback, he's okay because his arm is all right, and that's what counts. Hoagland is number 18. It's a fake, a roll out to the wide side. He really gets level, but he gets the ball off. Hoagland goes up. He hangs on to it. He keeps it. He's between two defenders.
And fullback. Touchdowns! Elyria Catholic. Todd Jim Klinkshern gets his third touchdown of the season as he goes in for 5 yards and gives the lead for the first time to the Panthers of Elyria Catholic. It's a score of 7-9 now, and Elyria Catholic will be trying to add the extra point. Kicking this one will be number 65, Robin Kemp. Holding will be Scott Soltis. It's up, and it is good. A 3-point lead now for the Panthers of Elyria Catholic with 11 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the ball game, and the lead for the first time to the Panthers. There you good look at the Matt Krnc. The rain is not bothering him now. So the fans have a lot to cheer about here, I'll tell you. On this side of the field, and no one is leading now, not with that 3-point lead, and only 55 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. This game means so much to both these schools because of playoffs.
Playoffs, computer points, and of course the tradition, which we talked about, important to both schools, good football schools. Programs have been strong. They need this one. Weather's a little bit of a factor out there with the rain, but it seems like both teams can run with that ball, and we saw Krnc really let go with it.
You're teeing up the ball. You're looking at Robin Kemp, the senior at 203 pounds, who did the point after. The receivers you're looking at are Rob Wallace and Peter Gorey. And it's raining a little harder. It's going to be a short kick. And it would go out of bounds at about the 25. So Elyria Catholic on the arm of Matt Krnc brought him down 80 yards in 7 plays in under 2.5 minutes. And of course, a great catch by Wilbon, the sophomore, and that is a happy coach. Bill Grooms now doesn't look as haggard as he did last time.
I don't know. You can still see it there, but things look a little better. Get the glasses clean and like to get this kickoff a little bit deeper.
And he wants to get that clock to move a little faster.
Yeah, that's what counts.
So they're a 5-yard penalty against Elyria Catholic, and Robin Kemp now will tee the ball up at the 35.
Look at that rain coming down again.
Boy, he is big, isn't he?
Yep.
6 foot 203 senior. Gets one away, takes a roll, and scooped up like a shortstop at the 22-yard line. He's got some blockers, and he draws a crowd as he hits close to the 40-yard line. Bringing that one back was number 45, Rob Wallace, for St. Vincent St. Mary. They'll take over first down from their own 39. They're down by 3. Just inside, 11 minutes to go in the game. This is a handoff to Sparhawk, Rich, number 38, who hasn't carried the ball. I don't think he carried any time during the third quarter, but he's carrying it again. And it was Phil Porter in on that stop, but not until Sparhawk gets to the 43-yard line. 5-yard pickup. Make it a 2nd and 5 or a long 5. Lenz gets it away, completes it to Littler. And Littler is hit hard and driven down as he crosses the 40 of Elyria Catholic by Jim Klinkshern. And throwing that ball off balance was Mark Lenz.
Mark Lenz threw that ball. There will be a penalty on the play. Now we can see now it's a short rollout by Lenz. He can't find anybody, just kind of shovel passes it out there to Chris Littler, who completes it. They move up. They think they're up there in the first down territory, but a penalty will take place. Illegal blocking against Akron. St. Vincent St. Mary negate that play and tack on a few yards for the penalty.
That would have been on inside Elyria's 40, but now they're going to bring
We got a block below the waist. On white.
all the way back to St. Vincent St. Mary 23-yard line. So that's going to bring up a second down, and that is the third 15-yard penalty against St. Vincent St. Mary in the second half. It's going to be a second and about 25. This is to Littler, and he is really driven back hard. Chris Littler, the junior, just couldn't find any place to go. And getting off the bottom of that heap is number 75, Dan Kelly, the 3-year starter. Boy, he is good size, 6'1", 236, and strong.
And strong, making a lot of tackles, come in. Very tough play calling now because of the type of field and with the rain they have and the long yards to go. It's hard to get it out wide.
It's going to be 3rd and 25, Mark Lenz. I would assume he's going to throw. He's going to be chased, and he's driven out of bounds. And now it's driven out of bounds at about the 20. That brings up a fourth. The defense for Elyria Catholic is holding Rick Schilke, driving him out, but they pursued very, very well. And Lenz had no time to throw. Here's a punter. This is going to be Dave Houston standing at his own 7. The rush is not on. The return is. This is Hoagland. Oh! He hit hard. That drives him out. So Elyria Catholic will take over the ball from their own 49-yard line. And first to go. So they can hang on to the ball. We've got 8 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the ball game. Elyria Catholic with that 3-point lead. It's a 7-10 game. There's your quarterback. And it's Krnc. He's 6 for 6. That's unbelievable in this kind of weather. And Krnc just pounds off that right side, gets across midfield, and gets to the 48-yard line of St. Vincent St. Mary. That's what he's telling the guys. Keep it up, gang. Hang on to the ball. March down the field. Burn some time off the clock. 3 points is not a very big lead. Mark Krnc taking his time. And Krnc again goes off the left side this time. And the tackle hold is just not there. May have picked up a yard. And the rain is coming down a little harder now. Getting up very gingerly is number 75. You see coming into the huddle, Brett Lorius, a junior at 6'4", 275 pounds. That was Dan Kelly, my correction, please. That 75 for St. Vincent St. Mary's is Lorius. No, out of bounds. That was the receiver is Scott Pitts, the slotback.
Well, Krnc throwing that ball, we talked about he had 6 out of 6. He went up with a 7 pass. We could say it was complete, but it was completed out of bounds, so it can't count. Receiver tried to stay in there. Great catch on the play, but Pitts was out of bounds.
And it's a 4th down for Elyria Catholic, a punting down. And Scott Soltis stands at his own 41. Oh, a high snap, but does get it away. A flag is dropped, taking it at the 22, and hit hard, driven out of bounds, and not getting up is the receiver. I think it was number 22, Sean Wallace. No, it's number 45, Rob Wallace. And he is walking off the field, the far side, very gingerly. Well, let's see what the flag's all about. We're talking to St. Vincent St. Mary, and the rain now is coming down even harder. But these fans are loyal. Aren't many have left. St. Vincent.
Illegal formation on the offense. Decline. It's going to be first down white.
Which means St. Vincent St. Mary will take over first down from their own 38-yard line. Clock showing now 7 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the ball game. And St. Vincent St. Mary is down by 3. Mark Lenz still at quarterback. And this one, handoff to Sparhawk or Sanford. Randy Castle in on that stop. Let's see who gets off the bottom of that heap with the yellow numbers. That is Sanford. And the white jerseys, sometimes they get blurred up here, especially when you got some mud on them.
A little bit of rain, a little bit of mud, kind of a low vantage point. Yellow numbers against white, they're hard to pick out.
You call this a little rain? Boy, it is really coming down now. That was a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Pitch back to the trailback. First down. This is Littler. And he gets all the way to the 37-yard line of Elyria Catholic, where Gip Hoagland, number 18, had to finally bring him down.
The option play with the quarterback going down the line of scrimmage, and this time he pitches out to a trailing back who's really up ahead of him. In this case, Littler, 20-yard gain to the outside, broke one tackle, moved out.
Well, you've got to respect the running of a Mark Lenz. So they have to play the quarterback, and they very wisely pitched it out to Littler. Mark Lenz running into Lenz with Sanford, or make that Sparhawk. He gets outside and slides. Phil Porter right on top of him, and Sparhawk is carrying Lenz, or Porter.
Rich Sparhawk, number 38. Now here you can see the quarterback, the halfback colliding together. He got the ball, the exchange took place, you don't know how. Sparhawk 38 just goes everywhere he bounced off. This time it's to the outside. He made a nice run out of a broken play.
And he gets a first down all the way to the Elyria Catholic 24. So St. Vincent St. Mary now seems to have the momentum, trying to go off tackle, no room, tries to get outside, and Littler picks up a couple of yards. There's Littler, and 10 carries now, 62 yards. Coming in, he was averaging 3.4 in this game. That's on 17 carries. He's averaging 6.2 yards a carry. And that's what the quarterback has got to work with. It ain't good.
Not at all. Keep the hands dry. Sure, your center, Victor, number 50, has dry hands also.
They should have one of those drying machines. Pitch back. Loose ball. And apparently Elyria Catholic has it. Number 7, Scott Pitts. There's Scott. He's been playing defense.
You're just talking about that ball. It can be slippery. In this case it is. You can see the muck and the mud they have to play under. There's the pitch. It's high. The halfback couldn't get his hand on it. He got tackled on the play. It's loose. Elyria Catholic comes up with the ball. They missed it the first time. They pounce on it, so they have the ball.
That's the third fumble and turnover for St. Vincent St. Mary. Castle has 2, Pitts has 1 recovery now. The clock showing 4:40 to go. And this is Klinkshern just trying to fight to stay on his feet. He gets close to the 35, maybe a yard and a half pickup. But again, a couple of first downs and they could have themselves one whale of a game here for Elyria Catholic. These are the conditions you see that the team has to play. You saw that wet ball. You feel it's impossible. If they had a drying machine, you could at least keep that ball dry or keep a towel over it. The officials are doing the best they can, but they just can't do too much with this kind of wind and rain. It's going to be a 2nd and 8 for Elyria Catholic from their own 36, and that's going to cost them 5.
Quarterback coming up the line of scrimmage. We had it there. Krnc making the audible, it looked like, making the call. And then usually when they do that, they're off on the first snap. Made the call. The right side of the line moved. 5-yard penalty.
You know, it amazes me. They've got a Elyria Catholic band with the drums playing while they've got the ball and trying to get the ball on offense. You wonder whether that's having some negative effect. There's the band. They've, you know, tuning it up. So now they've got a 3rd and 13, or 2nd and 13. This is Jim Klingshern and a flag. I think it's that face mask.
Trying to keep the ball in the hands of Jim Klingshern. Veteran players, played a couple of years.
Oh my.
So it's going to go against the offensive ball club, Elyria Catholic. Preliminary call, as you can see, is a holding call. Talk to the captain of the Fighting Irish.
Well, that's going to cost Elyria Catholic a few more yards, but on top of everything else, it stops the clock. Here's a replay.
All right, we can see coming in. I couldn't see it. Couldn't see a face mask or the holding penalty. All we could see is Jim Klingshern going down.
So that takes it all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Green. 2nd down.
So it's still 2nd down, but it's a ton. 2nd and 23, 24 yards. Yeah, 24. They've got to get to the 44 to get a first down. Lance looking for Pitts. Almost intercepted by Tom KANE. Great effort by Scott Pitts. He laid it out, but Tom KANE doing a good job defensively. There he is, number 31, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. Good student in the classroom, and he's had 2 block passes already this season.
They need a first down. Krnc throwing, but they're throwing the long pass, which is the percentage pass to throw. If something happens, it does get intercepted. At least it's 35, 40 yards down the field. So it wasn't that much of a gamble. Into the sidelines, misconnection.
Pitts is the flanker back to the near side. The end split to the far side as Matt Krnc looks inside, no place to go. And he is brought down inside the 20 by Jim Dorr, which means now Elyria Catholic's going to have to punt, and St. Vincent St. Mary's going to get good field position with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the ball game, and a timeout is called by St. Vincent's. That's their first in this half. They've got 2 more to go. Tonight was homecoming here at Elyria Catholic, and there Wendy Savoy, who is your queen, and Robert Rodriguez, the king. Our congratulations to both these fine-looking young people. Homecoming king and queen.
Mike, the timeout with Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. The last time there was a punt, the ball was snapped high, almost got away from the Elyria Catholic punter. No one was rushing except the outside contained man. They call a timeout. Are they going to rush a couple more because of the conditions on the field, or are they going to set up their return? I think that's what they're deciding. I would imagine a couple of people are going to try to put some pressure on the punter of Elyria Catholic, who in this case is Scott Solis, the 11th grader.
Next Friday night, we're going to be bringing you another great high school game. That's going to be at 10 o'clock. That'll be on the 9th. And we've got about 2 games to select from. Some of them are undefeated. Should be a grand one. Tune in. And they were coming, Brian. And a good kick away by Soltis. It gets the roll all the way back to the 42-yard line of St. Vincent St. Mary. That was a 34-yarder. And considering the conditions on the rush, good kick.
He got it off, and that was the thing they had to do. Now it's up to the defensive football team to try to stop St. Vincent St. Mary. The Fighting Irish are coming out. They have to move up. Remember, they do have a very good field goal kicker, and that's something they can go to, because a tie, you keep playing in the tie-off here in Ohio high school football.
Well, St. Vincent St. Mary has 2 minutes and 55 seconds to get down into field goal range to tie this game. Option again. And about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Mike Martin tripped number 6, Chris Littler. And they're running that option. That's living dangerously. They fumbled the last time.
They fumbled. They also had a good gainer on it so that they moved it. There's been 3 fumbles for St. Vincent, and they've lost all 3.
That was a 5-yard pickup on the option by Chris Littler. 2nd and 5 for the Fighting Irish at the 49-yard line of Elyria Catholic. And just in and out of the hands. That is a tough ball to attempt to catch. Very angry with himself was number, I think it's 83, Matt Bonanno, or it was 81, Clevenger.
Glenn's going back, throwing the slippery ball right into his hands.
And out. And he was disgusted with himself, but that's a tough ball to try and catch in weather like this. 3rd and 5 now. This is a big conversion for St. Vincent St. Mary. And power I formation for the Fighting Irish. Going deep and overthrown. That was a long pass, and that was intended for DJ Carr, number 89, and that's the first pass thrown in his direction. And a timeout is called by Elyria Catholic. That stops the clock with 1 minute and 48 seconds to go, and a 4th down and 5 for St. Vincent St. Mary. Do you go for it? If you don't, you're going to lose it anyways.
Yeah, with that time, if there are a couple more minutes on there, they could take the chance. But with the timeout, the defense will get set. The offense is ready. He's covered up. The tents are out. But look at the smiles on their face right now. But time running down.
Yeah, St. Vincent St. Mary really has nothing to lose. If they give the ball back to Elyria, the chances of getting it back are very slim with only 1 minute 48 remaining in the ball game. So they're going to go for it. It's a 4th and 5. This is where crunch time now, white knuckle time. That's why Elyria Catholic called that timeout. Make sure that no one makes any mistakes. And first down. Carrying this one, I think, was Sparhawk. No, that was Peter Gorey. So the 185-pound junior gives new life to the Fighting Irish of St. Vincent St. Mary.
Wind the clock. The chains are set.
And minute 37 and counting. And St. Vincent has 2 timeout remaining. Lenz wants to throw again. Plenty of time. Now being chased out of the pocket. And he's dropped for a loss of about 4 or 5 yards. As he does is dropped at about the 42-yard line. See where they spot it.
Plenty of time. Couldn't get the pass off. Then went to the sideline, but couldn't get out of bounds. That's the big thing on the play. Just couldn't get out there.
Those are the fans from St. Vincent St. Mary. Very loyal. Staying right to the end. St. Vincent St. Mary's got the ball. They're down by 3, 7-10, and we have an injured. Number 75 is Dan Kelly, the senior left tackle. Ill afford to lose him, 236 pounds. He's on his feet. Trainer was talking to him. He's going to have to leave the field for at least 1 play. And I wonder if St. Vincent St. Mary will take advantage of them going off that left side of Elyria Catholic. Running off is Dan Kelly. They lose a lot of size with him. They can bring in, though, Jeff Palmer at 6'2", 235 pounds. Second and 14 after that sack of Mark Lenz. Lenz again looking. He's going to go deep. And broken up. Good defensive play by number 28, Phil Porter. And also back was Gip Hoagland, number 18. 2 receivers down there, but it broke up the play. That stops the clock with 43 seconds to go. And still, 3rd and 14.
Defense is really set deep, going back all the way. They're playing it safe in the back. Mark Lentz has all the time he needs. He spots the receiver, throws that ball about 35 yards down the field, but you can see the defensive back right there.
Back to live action. And intercepted by Klingshirn. Jen Klingshirn brings it all the way back to midfield with 30 seconds showing on the clock. Elyria Catholic takes over on the interception. And now all the Panthers have to do is just give the ball on a decent snap over to Krnc, and he gets down on one knee, and they can burn out the clock. What a big win for first-year head coach Bill Grooms.
Klingshirn constantly comes up with the big plays. He's had interceptions before on it, and now he comes up with this one in the waning seconds of this football game.
Klingshirn, that was his third interception of the season. He ran one back 40 yards for a touchdown as Matt Krnc puts his knee down. Timeout is called by St. Vincent St. Mary, and time is out, but they cannot stop the clock. The timeout was called. The timekeeper did not stop the clock, and so they'll put some time back on the clock. A matter of seconds, but they'll have to put it on the clock because it ain't over till it's over.
That's right, and the officials did a good job in clearing the field with the help of both players from both sides clearing it off. One more play. All the ball has to do is be snapped. Quarterback will go down.
Want to thank John CISTONE and his entire staff for all their help getting us the material and enabling us to do this ball game. And along with Elyria Catholic, Bill Grooms and the athletic department and the field people here. And of course, I'd like to especially thank the Atlas Electric Company for making available the man lift so we can bring you the end zone shots. It is probably one of the nicest shots in football, especially on replays. So we really appreciate it. Here's the man lift. That makes a lot of difference when you can put something like that at. They're putting now 4 seconds on the clock. So it looks like Elyria Catholic will go to 3-2, and St. Vincent St. Mary will go to 2-3. And that ends it. Elyria Catholic comes out on top in this ball game, 10-7, and a lot of it on the arm of Matt Krnc, 6'8". Let's show a replay on that interception. That ball bounced around. We're going to rack it up now, but the ball bounces around in very heads-up football by Jim Klingshirn.
Jim Klingshirn, who we talked about in the beginning of the show, is a linebacker in the 5'2", 193 pounds. The pass is there, bounces off the deep back, but who's there dropping back is the linebacker, prevent defense, and Klingshirn intercepts it, running over to the sideline. He's a running back as well as a linebacker, and here it is with just seconds left on the clock. Elyria Catholic gets it, and with 2 plays, they run the timeout.
I'll tell you, talking to Bill Grooms before the game, his statement was, he said, you know, I think I'm going to go in and upchuck. He was so uptight. First-year head coach going against a team with all the tradition and excellent football that's played at St. Vincent St. Mary. And this was a big one for him. And I think it gives the team a lot of confidence as well as the coach. But I was saying that a lot of it on Krnc, Matt is 6 of 8, 70 yards, spread it around. Wilbon Brett had 1 reception for 6 yards. Dahman had 2 for a total of 26 yards. One was a 20-yarder, and that was another one for Todd Wilburn, who was playing fullback for the injured Yeager. And that was for 7 yards, and Klingshirn now with 2 receptions. They had a total of 153 yards for 258 total for St. Vincent St. Mary's. So the statistical game was won by the Fighting Irish. 185 yards on the ground, 73 in the air, 83 yards for Elyria Catholic on the ground, and only 70 yards in the air. but they still came up with the 10 points.
It was. The score was 7-0 the first quarter with St. Vincent St. Mary on top. 7-3 was your halftime score, and then 7-3 at the end of the third quarter. But immediately into the fourth quarter, the run after a nice long pass from Kerendang, and then a short run by Klingshern to go up on top. 10-7. They never lost it. They were able to come back with the ball, stop the Akron Ball Club from moving in, and then the interception to end the ball game with a couple of plays to down that ball.
I think the story of the game has to be the 3 fumbles and 3 lost fumbles for St. Vincent, plus they've had 1 interception as well. And then they, of course, the 55 yards in 5 penalties didn't do them any good because they came at the wrong, there's never a right time, but it came at very inopportune times.
They always hurt.
So that took care of this game. It's been a great one. The weather didn't held out for a while, but a big win for Elyria Catholic. The final score, once again, was 10-7. Elyria Catholic coming out on top. So for Brian Powers, our statistician Ken Geis, and our spotter Dennis Mellick, this is Mike Massa from the Knights of Columbus Stadium in Elyria Howell saying good night from all of us at WVIZ Sports.